Hey folks, it's Farmer Marshall. My fall winter garden is almost done. So now it's time for me to expand my spring summer garden. But I'm not going to expand it forward, backwards, to my left, or to my right. I'm expanding up with my cattle panels. Now this is normally a two-person job. This time it's just me and my plants. So let me show you how I'm going to do this. So I've already decided that I want the trellis to be about 4 feet wide, and well, it's going to be taller than I am. So whatever height it comes to, I don't really care. Now the main thing for this project is the 6 feet tall T-post, this 16-foot long cattle panel. Each cattle panel is about 50 inches. I have at least 3 that I'm going to install. I have a 4th one that I might use for another project. So I've already kind of measured off where I want the cattle panel to start on this side. So I have a spot right here. Now I need to bang this in about 4 feet. Now I need to pound these in about 2 feet. Another 7 inches will do. There. Yes. That took a little bit of work. Now the second part is where normally you kind of want to have 2 people, because this cattle panel is kind of, well, like I said, it's 16 feet tall and it doesn't necessarily want to work with me. So in order to get it to work with me, ratchet straps. Now I've already tested out the width on the ratchet straps, but I decided to go a little bit wider, so I just made it a little more complicated for myself, but it's not really difficult at all. Not for one person. Okay, there we go. Now just connect this one here at the same height as the other one. Now something else that helps, grab another T-post. I have some old T-posts here that I was able to just stick in the ground. So I have my main T-post here. This one here is a different type of post. It's old. I'm just using that to help leave it up. That way I can do a few things before I attach everything completely. Now this is how you connect the T-post. Come under, go around. So you can take the screwdriver and make that wrap around. Now I'm bringing it to the other side so you can see it better. Okay. Just wrap it around like this. Hook that under. Take this around. Up top. And over. You're able to wrap that metal around the T-post. Okay, that works for me. One note that might be helpful, I'm trying to make it straight because we're going to have 3 of them. So I'm adjusting. I have a piece of wire, a cord that I put here to help me kind of keep it straight. Now, since I want it 4 feet wide, I'm going to remeasure. So far, so good. Now, I'm going to have plants lined up along here. I'm going to have plants lined up along here. They're going to be indeterminate tomatoes, squash, zucchini, cucumbers, and maybe some beans, because I'm going to have at least 3 of these, and this will help me save a lot of space. By the way, this garden was originally all clay. I built it up some with everything from topsoil, gardening soil, compost, wood chips. And yes, I could have rented a post pusher or whatever it's called, but I figure I'm gonna use what I have. I'm not sure if I was going to finish it up today. I don't want to be pressed with trying to get it returned on time. Now there's one thing I want to try here. If I can get this trellis and this post lined up perfectly this way, I can take my next panel and line it right up on here. Instead of having a post here and a post on the other side here, I'm saving myself a little money on that. And so let's see how this works or how this goes. Okay. So I skipped forward onto where I was working on this second arch. I've installed it, and now I'm checking to make sure that they're balanced, they're level. The bars should be coming close to each other. At this point, I started taking zip ties and attaching the two separate trellises to each other so everything remains nice, tight, and straight. I use maybe 5 or 6 zip ties along the top, along the arch, and everything else just fell into place. So this is working out just as I was hoping. Well, folks, it's done. I am so happy to get this job done. I've been thinking about doing a trellis for years. So finally, got the job done. So come on, let's take a look around. If you're wondering how tall the trellis turned out to be, I'm 6 feet tall. That's maybe another foot, so it's about 7 feet tall. Plenty of space for my tomatoes and things to grow up in. Well, I've done a lot of projects in the garden, and this is probably one of my most important ones, getting this trellis put up. I did only use 3 cattle panels. I might put a 4th one up front, but I'm not sure. Main thing is I have plenty of space for the things I want to put in, and I've done some other projects around the garden too. That used to be a raised bed, but I took the raised bed off, moved it over here. So I have 3 raised beds over here. I guess I'm gonna turn this into a garden tour. So I already had this one out. That one back there had carrots and beets and some onions in it. I'm about to plant potatoes in it. This one here, not sure what I'm going to do with it. I'll figure it out as I go. Same with this one here. I need another one of these. So if any of these companies that sell those want to send me one, hey, I'll be more than happy to take it. And you might have noticed the water hose I have winding around the trellis. These are those old-fashioned water hoses. Water comes out through this side, so I plan on using it as a soaker. Just turn it upside down. I have something to metal pieces that came with it to help keep it flat. So I'll be able to water my tomatoes and things along here and along here, because tomatoes don't like you watering from above. They don't like a lot of water on leaves because it can cause diseases. So this is going to be great. And I even was able to run it through the center of the trellis because I'm going to have other plants through here. I might put something that takes good shade, because once the stuff grows up, it will create some shade in here. But I'm not sure. I'll figure it out as I go. So this is all that's left of my garden. I have some cabbage over here. It looks like it might be starting to go to seed. I have Swiss chard that never really did anything this winter, but it's going to do great for the spring and summer. I have spinach, another decent head of cabbage. This here is going to seed. I'm not sure if I'm going to let it go completely to seed or not. I have some mustard greens. These guys here were grown from volunteer plants that I poured off from the side of my house where my other garden is. And here's some cabbage I have. Here's some red cabbage. Hopefully it won't bolt, but we'll see. That's really about it. What's going on in the garden. Nice and wide. I can walk through like a little tunnel. Quail hutch, almost done. Thanks for coming by and visiting me doing this project that I had going on. And do me a favor, share out this video to your family and friends. Plant a seed, hit that like button. Also, as a gardener, harvest season is the most important time of year for me. But I must admit, my most important harvest is you. So please, hit the subscribe button and get a bigger harvest, and if you hit that notification bell. That way you'll be here next time I have something going on in the garden. Now let's get out there and get a little dirty.